Hello, this is Caelan Huntress, and today I'm doing a homepage review of AmplifiedNow.com, the place where you can amplify your solopreneur business. During this homepage review, I'm going to talk about 4 things I like and 4 things that I would improve about this homepage. The first thing that I like is these big, bold colors. I never thought purple and green would match, but man, they really do. I think it's how they're muted in just the right way. And so this is the first thing I like is this bold colors. It's you see how it frames these posts down here. I mean, and then these big sections. I love it. The colors are great. That's the first thing I like. The second thing I like is that we've got a call to action right up here at the top, and we've got some scroll candy right there. Like I could see that right in the bottom. Oh, you can help me build my business. Why don't I just scroll on down? And having this opt-in right here, this is really important if you want to have a conversion focused website. So the third thing that I like is these featured images on all these posts. I mean, it says here it's the Mindstorms newsletter, but they look like blog posts to me. But the featured images they're well sized. They don't have like the junky margins going over that you see so often. There's no crummy borders. It's like it's really well. And I mean, look at that. It makes me think like, is something moving out of the purple right here? There's some really neat things going on. So that's the third thing I like is the featured image. And the fourth thing that I like is the clarity in the footer. I get to the footer and it's like, what am I going to do? Am I going to subscribe? Am I going to take one of these actions right here? It's another call to action space. It's sort of like the anti-hero down here in the footer. So those are the 4 things I like. And now I'm going to talk about the 4 things that I would improve. The first thing that I would improve is I would unify the branding on one topic. I mean, are we Amplified Now? Are we Kathleen Selman's? Are we Mindstorms? There's a few different brands. And then there's Emma, like there's so many different brands. It's not like this is one website with one brand, with one call to action that's super clear. Since we're on Amplified Now, I would go all in on the amplification. I would have like some, when I think amplifying, it's making things bigger. I would have something trippy that moves things out. I'm getting ahead of myself. No, I'm not. Right here. This is the second thing I would improve is the solopreneur business. I don't think this fits here because there's 2 of you. Visually, what I see is I come here and I mean, when it's, by the way, really good typesetting right there. I like how it's boom, and moves around like that. This responsiveness is top notch. Of course, it's one of Kathleen's websites. So this, like the solopreneur, it doesn't speak to me here because if it's about amplifying, then it doesn't matter whether I'm a solopreneur or not. I might have, a real estate office full of 50 agents that I want to amplify. But when I come here and I see solopreneur, it would immediately make me step back. I don't think that solopreneur needs to be a container for this brand or for this business. I think amplified and the immediacy of amplified is so much more powerful than focusing in on solopreneurs. So that's the second thing that I would do is I would lose the solopreneur and I'd lean more into amplification because, Mindstorms is a book. Mindstorms is a newsletter. Mindstorms, I think we can make Mindstorms a sidecar brand to KathleenSelmans.com. I think that because Kathleen is the author of Mindstorm. So like having those 2 together, I think that's really great. But I mean, Mindstorms here, Amplified Now here, it's a lot for me to juggle conceptually when on a homepage, we want to make it simple for people so that they slide right down the funnel. The third thing that I would do is I would move these images. These are great. They've got so much personality, but it's not me. And when I show up on the website, I got me in mind. If this was KathleenandEmma.com, I could totally see this as heroes, but I think these would be better images than the ones you have down here. They're not centered. This is actually the 4th thing I would improve. When I come down to here and I see you off to the side, it doesn't have the same kind of symmetry that I see elsewhere. And the fact that you're both over, it throws me off. But I love these 2 photos up here. And I think bringing those down to be in the circles down there would get visually what you want. And what I would put up here is I would put your ideal customer being amplified, showing what we want to, this is hard to do for marketers. I had to do this for Stellar Platforms. Where am I at? And so I went to Stellar Platforms And I said, how am I going to show my client happy that they have my services? And this is the image that I picked because it's somebody who's on a laptop, who's thinking, who's writing, who's doing ideas, and she's a generic stock model. She's the type of person that when my client comes here and sees this, she's like, oh, I could see myself as that person. And I think that if that's what we had here in the hero section, somebody lands and they're like, oh, that could be me. I could be amplified right now. Then I think that it would be dynamite. Overall, the infrastructure is fantastic. I'm really excited to see where this website goes. Have fun out there.